welcome to a Thursday night group flight. How's everyone doing tonight? I am unfortunately still getting over another chest cold that took me out all day starting on Sunday, so hopefully I don't end up coughing too much throughout this stream, but I haven't had much time in the sim lately. The dogs recently got neutered, so it's been a little bit chaotic at the household here, but I've been missing you guys and getting the opportunity to fly, so we're here. As you can see, we are in the wonderful TBM 850 by Black Square tonight as we explore northern Sweden and head on over to Norway. We'll be checking out I believe the pronunciation is Sarek National Park, S-A-R-E-K, along the way with Ron leading the pack tonight. He is actually the creator of this flight plan, so we can thank him or we can tar and feather him afterwards if we end up not enjoying ourselves, which I'm sure we will. It's kind of hard not to enjoy yourself in this part of the world. Absolutely beautiful scenery. So thank you, Ron. I promise I'll cool the tar off before we dump it on you too, so you don't get too burnt. But I'm just kidding. I've actually never been specifically to this park. Like I said, we'll be leaning on Ron's experience with this region. But Scandinavia as a whole is a wonderful place to be. Not too many touch and goes tonight. I think we just have one. And we'll mainly be focusing on the scenery. We will be covering how to do a custom GPS coordinate waypoint in the Garmin Garmin 750 here in a minute, GTN 750. So if you aren't sure how to do that, or if you guys are in the group flight channel here with me and are wanting to learn how to do it, and just we can follow along, and I'll show you how I'm going to go about it. I did post the custom waypoints as a reference in the schedule channel on the Discord. So if you haven't actually joined the Discord, feel free to check out the link below. Go ahead and hop in there and you can join us on one of these group flights. They're an absolute blast. While we get started, if you guys are enjoying this content, please like, comment, and subscribe below. And along with those Discord links, there are some more links down in the description if you have the urge to support the channel and everything it has to offer you. Currently we have Archetype, Ken, myself, Ron, and Mr. T, Mike Ferguson, on the ground here, and we are currently at ESNG, and I believe it is Gällivare, Sweden. They're waiting on me to get it back together with my chaotic evening, because we are starting an hour later than usual tonight, unfortunately, and that's just simply because I got held up at work today. So waiting on me, get everything back together, get back in the cockpit, and let's get rolling here. So we are on live weather, but we have it rolled back to 2 p.m. local time, 2:03 right now as I'm speaking. So if you are joining us either in the sim or on the stream here, just a nice little FYI for you. So let me go ahead and get back in here and get this thing started, and we'll start covering how to do the custom waypoint. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I haven't flown this thing in weeks, so I apologize if I do things incorrectly, but we're going to go ahead and get the battery on, along with the radio master. And as you can see here, I was already doing a little testing with the waypoint customization here, so to get to this, your Garmin's probably booting up either on this screen or on this screen, so let's go ahead and enter the one waypoint that we do have. So we'll pull Navigraph over real quick, I'll show you what we're looking at. We've got this custom northing and easting waypoint here, out over the Sarek National Park there. And then we're going on down to ENRA and our final destination of ENST. Ron, I assume we're doing a touch and go at ENRA. Looks like it's big enough. Looks like it'd be kind of cool down in a valley.
All right, yeah, we can do a touch and go. I was going to say we can just fly over it, but we can do a touch and go. That's fine.
Okay. So
I'm not sure what you're going to see in that park either, but hopefully there's some scenery.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. So if you're not familiar with GPS waypoints, they're normally given an easting or northing and easting. So the first number here, the 6718, is the northing, and the 01741 is the easting. I didn't see an easy way to add that information to the Garmin here. So something else that Ron gave us was a flight plan from what's the program
Little nav map.
Little nav map, and it gave us the coordinates in degrees, minutes, seconds, hours, and or I guess it's degrees, seconds, hours. How's it broken down? But anyways, if we go to waypoint info, and then you can do create waypoint. And then if you click on latitude and longitude here, you can change it. So you got degrees, minutes. Oh, so this is just degrees and minutes. Degrees, minutes, and seconds. And just degrees in a decimal format. This would be the easiest if the little nav map had given them to us in that. But we have, I think it is just degrees, minutes, and seconds. So, let me just confirm here. Yes, so it'll be northing for this custom waypoint. It's going to be 67 degrees, 17 minutes, and 30 seconds. 30. Let me go to the next one. And it was 17 minutes. 41. I'm sorry, 17 degrees, 41 minutes, and 18 seconds. Enter that, and we're going to name this as Ron 1. Is there a waypoint? We'll just make it temporary, because you do have a limited number of custom waypoints you can add. And then we'll hit create. User waypoint Ron 1 added. Go back to our flight plan, and we are at ESNG. We're going to Echo November Sierra Tango. First waypoint is going to be Ron 1. And then the next waypoint is going to be ENRA Echo November Romeo Alpha. And if the weather allows us, we'll do a touch and go there. So, go back to the map. Let's make sure this looks right. Zoom on out. Zoom out really far. There we go. And it looks like it looked pretty well. So if we compare that to what we have in Navigraph real quick. Let me make this a little smaller so you can, whoops. Compare the two here. And they look pretty close. So I'm happy with that. It may not be as exact as whatever the waypoint we entered here is, but it's close enough for what we're going to be doing tonight. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So that's an easy way if you have GPS coordinates to add them to your Garmin here. And it also allows you to create custom waypoints if you're trying to avoid, airspace restrictions and you want to have a custom flight path outside of a restriction. You can click somewhere and then create waypoints with the map pointer here. And that'll automatically pull in the latitude, longitude, and you can do the same thing, user identifier. You can make it temporary if you want to, or you can make it a permanent. And we've actually used that goofing around just as a way to, like I said, simulate avoiding airspace restrictions and not having to contact that departure or the, Class D airspace or something. So, that being said, flight plan's in here. So let's go ahead and get back to setting up the airplane. The weather at Gällivare is pretty crappy. Visibility is 1,500 meters. We get snow, as you can see outside there. Vertical visibility is 800 feet above ground level. Temperature is -4, and the altimeter is 29 or 23, so really low tonight. So let's go ahead and scroll way down on that. 29 or 23. And that gives us an elevation of right about 1,000 feet. So confirm that on our chart just to be doubly sure. And it is showing an elevation of 971 feet at one end of the runway and 1,027 at the other. So we're right in the middle at the apron A. And so 1,000 feet makes perfect sense. Beautiful. Ron told us that we have a safe elevation of 7,000 feet on this flight. I believe I posted 6,000 feet in the description below. So I apologize. And if I remember, I'll adjust it, but we're going to stick to 7,000. Not going to have great visibility, so we're going to climb as fast as we can to that. And we are going to be departing on, the winds are 100 at 4. So really we can do either one. If we depart on 12, it looks like we've got quite a bit more open area at the end of the runway if we take a look at the chart here. So I've got the VFR layer turned on and Navigraph just to kind of look for some terrain issues and Nothing too crazy. If we did depart on 30, got 1411, so not anything crazy to worry about in the TBM. We'll be able to shoot well above all that, no problem. But the wind's at 100. We'll go ahead and depart off runway 12, and then we'll do a right turn and head on to our first custom waypoint over the Sarek Park. So, with that being said, let me get the internal lights on for you guys so you can see a little better. Go ahead and get the ground power here. Make sure we're charged up on everything. And let's go ahead and get this thing started up. Anybody have any questions? Anybody in the chat have any issues, questions, concerns? Alrighty. So, go ahead and get the prop all the way forward. Throttle's at idle. Ignition lever is at off. Tank selector is a manual. Selected a left tank currently. We want the oxygen booster pump on. And let's go ahead and get her started here. Go to starter. Ignition to auto. Starter on. Looking for, I believe the NG is 14%. Go to low idle. 14, low idle. Hear the fuel coming in. Watch for an ITT. Make sure you don't have a hot start. Anything over thousands of concern. 893, so a little warm, but not too crazy. Coming up on NG of 50%. Go high idle. Check for a hung start. And we are good to go there. So while we're still setting up, I'm actually going to bring it back down to a low idle, so that taxiing isn't as out of control as it could be. Starter can go back to off. And let's go back to battery, and we are on main on the generator. Get our HSI turned on. Get some of our lights turned on. And let's get these cabin lights on for you guys here. There we go. This should make it a little easier for you guys to see on the stream. Autopilot can go on. Master. The HSI. Weather radar, we're going to leave in standby. We're going to need that shortly. We're not going to worry about our 530 here. If we get into a bind, we can take care of it there. Zoom in a little bit. We've got the terrain turned on right now. Everything's showing in red, but we're going to be departing off to the, I believe it was 12, is it just 120? 109. Ah, interesting. Runway 12, but a heading of a 109. Go ahead and get the heading bug over. For 109. Okay. Fuel, go to auto. Booster pump can go to auto. Lead to auto. Air conditioning on. Auto on fan flow. And we're not going too terribly high here, but we'll go ahead and adjust for 6,000, no, I'm sorry, 7,000 feet. And we'll go, actually, let's make it 8, just to give us a little bit extra wiggle room there. Oh, you know what? We can actually keep this well below that. Let's keep it at 2,000 feet. So bleed is an auto on the air conditioning, fan is auto. So that should be all good. I want to go to takeoff trim, or sorry, takeoff flaps. Trim it to the bottom of the green there. That's where I like it. You need to get that inertial separator on. Fetal heat on. Let's go ahead and get the de-ice on while we're sitting here on the ground. And anything else I'm missing? Extra was all on. We'll go ahead and get our landing and taxi lights on since we're about to start scooting. Stars off, ignitions auto, main battery, or source battery, generator main. All good there. And we are looking for a heading, flight director, and we're going to want to go to altitude of 7,000 feet. So let's go ahead and re-enter that. 1,000 feet, and we're going to climb out at 1,500 feet per minute. Why is that not letting me adjust that? There it goes. Okay. Takes care of all of that. I think I'm ready. Bet you guess.
Yep, I think so.
Alright.
I'm ready to roll.
Park brake, beta, and inertial separator, all annunciator lights that we would expect. Brakes in, parking brake off, and let's do a hard right turn to see if we can avoid this building right here, this hangar. Come on. There she goes. Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Oh, man. Woo! I don't think he could have put a blade of hair between the wing and the hangar there. Alright, 1-2 is going to be off to our right, so let's go ahead and start rolling out behind whoever this is here. Who's in front of me? Ron, go ahead. Lead the way, buddy.
Is this a taxiway to the right?
You got a little bit of a taxiway. Alright, we're gonna go high auto. This is not wanting to scoot very well. There we go. Just use the beta range here. I think we're gonna have to go to the end of the runway and do a turnaround.
Okay.
Oh man, I forgot how hard it is to see out of this thing. Yeah, we get most of the way down. And honestly, this it's kind of a shorter runway, 5,600 feet. I think we'll have enough to depart from wherever this ends. Alright, let's do a little flight control check real quick. Everything is free and correct. Rudder is working. Just trying to roll up and catch up to Ron here. And it looks like this is actually going to take us all the way down to the end. Unless this is just... unless it doesn't connect. And then we're going to be in an interesting predicament here.
We'll be in the grass or the snow. Oh, it does. It
does connect. Beautiful.
It doesn't connect. It ends at the runway. Oh no! It continues. It looks like it ends, but
okay. I think we're okay.
There's a little path there.
Yeah. All right, Ron. I believe you are good to go. Oh, there's a tiny little path. We'll just barely be able to fit. It's like a little sidewalk.
Yep. I can barely keep the wheels on the path.
Think skinny, guys. Think skinny. Oh, wait a minute.
I think I missed it.
Hang on, it goes all the way around. All right, well, we're gonna.
Yep. Okay, I'm coming back to the runway now.
Okay, we're gonna go off-roading here. Could you guys get your 4x4 on? Don't get stuck in the snow here.
I'm going.
I don't think there was anywhere to turn around after that. We'd been on the road there, so whatever that was there. Alright, we'll give Ron about 30 seconds here, and then we'll catch up to him. Alright. Prop full. Idle.
There's a truck on the runway.
Oh, no. Flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set. Altimeter is set and confirmed on the altitude. And I think we're good to go. Cabin's nice and comfortable. 25 degrees. Oh, wait, that's the outside air temperature. Why is the outside air temperature Oh, it's not in Celsius. That's why. It always throws me off. There we go. All right. We'll go ahead and get lined up a little better here, and then we'll get out of here. We're going to want to be at least 2,000 feet up in the air before we start doing our right turn, because I don't think we're going to be able to see very well. All right, let's bring in the power. Full power. Rely on the torque kilometer. There's 60 knots. 70, 80, just rotate. Oh, nice and smooth. Alright, positive rate, gear up. We can get some trim. The flashing warning sign there is the GPS warning, not anything to worry about. Alright, so since we're going to be on IMC very quickly here, we're going to go ahead and go to autopilot. Let this girl take over. And what we will do is look for a 2,000 feet above ground level, so that'll be about 3,000 feet. And then we'll start doing a right turn. Go ahead and pull the torque back. Flaps up. Now let's go to 850 mode. Bring torque back in. Knock that out. We're going to leave the inertial separator on while we're flying through these clouds right here, along with our de-icing. Make sure this girl stays clean. Alright, let's go ahead and start our right turn here. Whoa, the weather just changed on me. I was about to be in some clear skies. It just shifted. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, we start to break through at about 5,000 feet.
4 at the moment. Starting to see the tops of the clouds. And we're gonna parallel along and let's do a direct to our first waypoint. Flight plan, RON 1, activate, and let's go to nav mode and CDI to GPS. Here we go. Perfect. Pretty smooth for our first takeoff in a while in this thing. Gonna get the torque back up. Looking for about 118, 120, somewhere around there if we can squeeze it. Winds aren't too bad, so I'm not too worried about over-torquing it. We've got 73 miles to the national park. Oh, this is pretty. Or it's about to be. If we don't pop out of this, we can climb up a little higher too if we need to run.
Yeah, I'm still climbing. I'm at 6,600 feet, and I'm out of the clouds pretty much.
You are out of the clouds, okay.
Yep.
Might be where you're at in front of me. I'm going to leave it at 7,000 feet then. I just heard the 1,000-foot alarm go off. Oh, look at that. Cloud surfing. Love it. It's my favorite activity in the sim. Beautiful. Right on top of the clouds. Love it.
And there's still a few above my head, too.
Yeah, there's still clouds above us, but I'm right on top of the big fluffy things, so this is where I like to be, right here. Just look at the left wing there, so let's go ahead and get the inertial separator closed and get the de-ice turned off. We don't need it at the moment. Oh, hang on, we need window. Ooh, exceeded something there. Why did we exceed that? That was weird. Brief exceedance isn't a big deal. Oh, the inertial separator. I forgot about that. So when you close your inertial separator, you get more airflow, which increases your torque. So that was my mistake. You know, not too big of a deal. So I'm actually going to leave prop de-ice on just in case, because I started icing up pretty bad there. And I feel like I'm booking it right now. This is pretty cool. Got this thing pegged out about 120 on the torque. ATT is perfectly happy, 736. And we'll clear that exceedance out. Do a check on the ground there. Let's see what the weather radar is showing. Surprised it's showing nothing. We'll just keep checking the wings here every now and again, just to make sure we're not picking up any ice. Ground speed of 240 knots. Let's take a look at that side. Yeah, excuse my coughing tonight since I'm getting over that cold. A little ice on the nose there, nothing too bad on the frame. A little bit on the wingtip there. Could have brushed that off when we were getting around the hangar there earlier.
Did you do that rainbow behind you?
Rainbow? Oh yeah, look at that. Snag a screenshot of that. That's pretty cool. We should be on the edge of a lot of this, a lot of these clouds when we get to the park. Love it when we get clouds like this. Alright, 54 miles. We'll slow it up once we get to the park, and we'll zoom around a little bit while we're there. We brought some extra fuel so we can do a little sightseeing. Do a quick fuel check here. Everything's good. Fuel selector is on auto. Oh yeah, we need to clear this out. Reset. What's the clock? Trim's fighting quite a bit there. Oh, I just went to a cloud. Oh, where'd Ken go?
He said something came up, had to run.
Oh, I didn't hear him. Or he must have done when I was doing my intro.
I just shot him a message asking where he went.
Everything's iced up around here. Oh, well, it shows me you're dead on the flight path, but I'm slightly off. Nav, GPS mode. Huh. Interesting.
I have the same thing.
Okay. You really get a sense of speed in this thing when you're surfing the clouds like this.
Looks like I'm about to fly into a few clouds at the moment. We'll see how it looks.
I believe you are still in front of me. Yep. Who is behind me? There's Archetype. I expect there. Okay. Bet you guys on TCAS. I just wasn't sure who was who. "42 miles.
You know, we're not used to flying this fast.
Not on Thursday nights.
I know. I don't think I've flown my TBM for quite a while either.
I hadn't flown this thing probably a couple months. So it's kind of fun being back in it.
Yeah.
I do love this thing. I think it'd be kind of fun to have a home cockpit with this airplane. Like a full-blown, like, physical cockpit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd run into a few bucks, I bet.
Yeah, it'd be you'd have a lot of, so if you're using MobiFlight, you have a lot of servos to act as these analog instruments, and then you'd have to figure out how to do the HSI and your attitude indicator. You'd have to probably do a screen with. Garmin would be a difficult thing because MSFS doesn't like giving you touchscreen ability yet. I don't know if that'll ever make it to the sim, and maybe in 24. But having an actual Garmin 750 touchscreen would be awesome. I got to mess with a 750 and then the is it the 550, the smaller one, or 650? 650. And when I was at the Oshkosh last year, and it's actually a really nice piece of equipment.
What are the dates of Oshkosh?
It's like July 20-something this year. I'm planning on going. I gotta finalize my plans. I think Sean is wanting to go. I gotta figure out where I'm staying. A little bump there.
Is that ever like televised or broadcast somewhere?
I'm sure if you search around on YouTube, there's a ton of live stuff going on, like interviews, and people are posting videos a lot and everything. Unfortunately, I'm a little late to the game about trying to find a place to stay, so I'd be curious to see what I can come up with. Worst case is we can probably get into the non-air conditioned dorms again, which wasn't too terrible last time, but it can get really hot up there that time of year. So sleeping in 85, 90 degree weather is not the most comfortable on a mattress, but hey, at least you're at Oshkosh. Yeah, going back in IMC here.
Yeah, I'm deep in the clouds. I think I might head up a little.
Let's go ahead and hop up a couple thousand feet here. Just get over this next group of clouds. The clouds being the way they are, we could definitely have taken advantage of a higher cruise altitude. This would be a pretty neat experience in real life.
Oh yeah. This plane has a lot of power.
Yeah. I would like to ride in a TBM at some point.
And
Kind of fun. Go ahead.
I just broke free at 8,000 feet.
Yeah, it kind of depends on where you're at. You're a little ahead of me right now, so I'm going through some clouds, but I'm going on up to 9,000. And that should be plenty high enough for the rest of the flight here, just looking ahead. Should technically have the inertial separator on right now, but... Oh yeah, 8,000 would be perfectly fine. I'm sorry, 9,000.
I'm about 15 nautical miles away from the waypoint.
Yeah, I got 22.
So I'm in the rear 7 miles behind the mid pack.
Archetype, how you doing?
Pretty good. Going down for a peek.
Down below the clouds?
Yeah, terrain looks wonderful down there.
We're about to dive down here in a few minutes, so we're gonna take a look at it ourselves.
Yeah, I'm actually in the park. I think I'm gonna head back down to the clouds, see what it looks like.
How's everybody doing tonight in the chat? You guys got any questions? In fact, who do we have? Who do we have watching right now? I got quite a few of you on here. And 17 miles out. We'll start descending about 10,000. Looking at the charts here. Good. Jason, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. Just enjoying the show. Hope you and your family are doing well. I haven't heard from you in a little while. Yeah, it's definitely a nice show up here. Unfortunately, work had me a little late tonight, so we had to postpone the stream by an hour, but we're fine now, so not too big of a deal. Alright, 14 miles. I'm seeing 6,500 seems to be the highest terrain in the area, so we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead, pull the torque back to 100. Get that inertial separator on, and let's start descending out of 850 mode.
I'm getting bounced around like crazy.
Oh, let's go down to 7,000 initially. Let's see how that feels for us. And let's go ahead and get our... And we'll watch the airframe. Pricing. Here's our inertial separator. We can give it a little bit of power, get back up to that 100% torque. Really worried about our ITT more than anything right now. Master caution is for our inertial separator, not a big deal. Just giving us a bit of a warning. And we do have the terrain radar on, so we should be able to watch for anything that is immediately in our way. Do an initial descent down to 7. Nothing's popping up on the terrain radar, so let's go ahead and drop it down to 6. The 6,500 is kind of off to the northwest of the waypoint that we have here, the round 1 waypoint.
Yeah, 6,000 might be too low.
Yeah, it is. I'm at 6.
I'm at 6,500.
I'm treating top.
and I'm not sure if that I'm going to stay here.
I'm at 75 and I'm in the clouds. I'm watching my terrain radar just to
Found
see.
the valley, so
Oh, you know, we've never done any river running in a TBM before.
Oh boy.
That could be interesting. All right, hopefully we pop out the bottom here. I'm starting to see some terrain. Ooh, that was definitely a lot closer than I was expecting. I think once we get past this next little section here, we should be okay. There we go. That's a little unnerving. I'm surprised that is not red, honestly. Sink rate, sink rate.
I don't think we're going to see too much scenery in these conditions.
No, I don't think so either. Let's see here. We're gonna go autopilot off, and we're gonna pull some throttle back and see if we can't get down in one of these valleys and take a look around. I have in Colorado on the same river following. We usually do it in the 152 and have a lot of fun with it. And I'm actually down in the valley right now. So we're gonna use a terrain radar here and try not to smack into anything.
Anyone flying the TBM, I just noticed I didn't have my yaw damper on. That might help.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Got somebody out in front of me. Who is that? All right, there is Archetype. A little bumpy down in here. Get some power back in. Now we got plenty of visibility where we're at.
my valley just closed. I've got to climb out of it. There's a split to the right where the valley continues.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading right now.
Okay. The way I went was closed.
Yeah, Jason, Telluride, Aspen are fantastic places to fly in and out of in Colorado. Look at the shadows of the snow on the terrain here. That looks really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen it that way. Yep, that was it. Which one? Aspen or both? May have gone to both. Down to Durango as well. I think I've been to Durango. Both? Okay. Yep, so this has got me heading kind of northwest, really west right now. The whole west run, south to north. Oh yeah, that whole area, I love flying in that area. A little nose trim. And the right aileron just to help relieve some of that pressure. And we'll continue on with this valley right here that we're currently following, that green area right there. And that will actually spit us out somewhere we can take a left and get back towards the nav track. So we'll enjoy some valley running here. Excuse me. Let's get down in our classic style, right on the right above the river here. I know. Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. The airplane's not pleased with me doing this activity right now. Would the real radar show beyond the valley to the left and right, or is it GPS? Okay, so in the Garmin systems, It's actually not. Whoops. It's not a an actual like beaming radar. It's using a database. So you kind of are at the mercy of an out-of-date database, which, you know, terrain like this doesn't change over time very quickly, so you should be safe most of the time. And it doesn't actually shoot anything out to measure it like a LiDAR or any sort of sonar. We're going to do a little bit of a left turn here, try to get back towards our nav track. We might have to climb out of here. Let's see, once we get a little bit sharper of a turn here. Visibility's starting to come down on me a little bit. And I believe Archetype's out in front of me. Oh, that's Ron. Looks like we might be okay for a few more minutes. I'm really loving whatever this different coloration of the snow and ice right here is. I don't recall ever seeing that before to that degree. Somebody's off our left shoulder there. Who's that? It's Mike.
Yep, that's
A lot of times it's just a solid white in these areas. Definitely waking up all the wildlife in the area.
I can actually see you guys in Valanta.
Oh, nice.
I finally downloaded it and tried to work with it a little bit.
It's pretty handy. Alright, so we're going to get back to the nav track here and to start following it. We may have to climb out of this area just depending on this cloud, this big cloud base we got in front of us. Looks like it's pretty low, so to be on the safe side, we may have to just start climbing here shortly.
Yeah, I'm back up to 7,500 feet.
Yeah, I'm going to have to climb out of here. It's going to be too hard to see. Starting to see that red disappear off our terrain radar, which is great. Fun flight. Enjoy. I'm off to bed. All right, buddy. Good night. Glad you got to join. Oop, starting to descend. I looked over my shoulder there. Let's get back onto autopilot here. And we should be safe once again. So let's pull the throttle back till the torque starts dropping. Let's go back to A50 mode. And give her some juice. Have to remember the inertial separator when we turn that off after we get above the clouds again. So you're at 7,500, Ron?
Actually, I boosted it up to 7,700.
All right, we're going up to 8,000. wings have picked up a little ice, so let's go ahead and get the frame de-ice on. Clear all that off. And weather depending, we will do a touch and go at the next airport.
It'll be fine.
It's always fine. Alright, we are out of the clouds here, so let's pull the torque back some. About 105. And get the inertial separator turned back off. Just monitor that torque, make sure it doesn't exceed again. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Alright, ice is cleared. The ice off.
Trying to look at the statistics for the airport for touch and go. It looks like, could it be only 2,624 feet of runway?
Ooh. It's gonna be a slap and go is what that's gonna be.
There's no ILS or anything. Longest runway, 2,624 feet.
So the visibility is 10,000 meters or greater, so we're good there. The winds are 110 at 6, so we got runways 13. So we'll do a left pattern into 13 to a touch and go, and then a right turn out of there, out of that valley.
Yeah, there is a river that leads up to the end of the runway, from what I can see. But
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, we could probably follow that river in if you wanted to.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
It's the river Ron's talking about.
Anything.
Yeah. It's always a good thing to avoid.
Yep. Let's see. I'm still 58 nautical miles away.
I've got 65.
No, it's too bad we can't see the clouds. We'll have to come back on a clear day.
Yeah.
I have a confession.
You not on live weather?
Change the weather.
I did. I did custom weather. I hopped in a Hornet about 30 minutes before the flight, scanned the area. I was like, man, whew, so I went in and made a custom adjustment. I made everything scattered, so I've got like 3 layers of scattered clouds, but I can still see the terrain pretty good. It's beautiful.
Hey, the clouds are scenic too, so we can't complain too much.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
Well, you were playing it off pretty good there. You're like, yeah, the clouds at 6,000 feet are kind of tough, guys.
I had to know.
Well, you know when you log into Windows after you reboot, comes up with a picture. That's where I got the idea for this park.
Oh yeah.
It looked pretty cool, but of course it was in daylight. There was no snow on it. I think we didn't have to change the time of year, so you could see a little bit better of what the picture looked like in Windows.
Oh yeah.
I found another one I have to check out. It's in China though.
I haven't flown in China too much.
I don't think I've ever flown there.
It's probably just goofing around if I did fly out there. I haven't done any sort of commercial flights or anything like that. I mean, I'm getting some glimpses of the ground here. It's kind of cool in the clouds, you know, see down below.
Yeah, I'm flying like right into the sun.
Yeah, me too. Luckily, there's just enough of a cloud layer to prevent it from blinding the crap out of me.
If you look at my live stream, you'll be able to see it. It's on Discord.
Why is my airplane descending? Interesting. Okay, now it's going back up. I dropped like 200 feet there. That was weird.
Yeah, mine's bouncing up and down. Must be the wind.
Yeah, it's probably a downdraft off of one of these mountains I just crossed over. I know we're safe at this altitude, but man, seeing some of these peaks popping up in between these cloud layers, it's just like, oh, it's kind of eerie.
Yeah, especially when they're in the cloud.
Exactly. In our terrain radar, we trust.
Is there a full moon out tonight in real life?
I think we just passed it, didn't we? I think we're on a... Is it a waning?
Check my calendar. It looks full. I'm gonna check my calendar here.
Is it waxing is increasing in the visibility of the moon and waning is decreasing? Is that right? Did you say correct?
Yep.
Waxing gibbous.
Wax
What's up?
on, wane off.
I'll never forget it now. Thanks, Mike.
2 days to the full moon. Close.
Oh, so it's still,
okay.
it is still a waxing moon.
I can't see out my window that well. I have to lean over and look out. It's getting a little cloudy too. But yeah, but because I don't have my glasses on either, I can't see that far. Obviously. But it looks pretty full.
Sorry, guys, I can't see the moon in the sky right now. Let me just put my glasses on. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I got it. I'm definitely enjoying the cloud surfing, though. There's some really nice terrain around here. It's too bad there's not more airports. You can do some bush flying out in this area. Well, we can always... We could probably land on a bunch of the ice. Well, we can always make our own airports.
Yeah, there were a couple of other ones here, but I think one of them was a helipad, so that really wouldn't do us any good.
Oh, yeah.
There aren't even that many, like, waypoints showing up.
Yeah, there's just not much in this part of the world at all.
The rabbits would disagree.
Although it looks like there's a bunch of trails and things, but it's probably just the sim fooling me. This would be a pretty cool place to go backpacking.
Definitely.
Gonna do a fuel check. Still great on the fuel levels there. Nothing to be worried about. And engine health is happy.
Mm, 32 nautical miles to go. Gonna have to peel off the nav track and head to the river.
Yep. Hopefully it continues clearing up. I'm getting a lot more visual on the ground here, so I know that the custom waypoint we put in for the park was right on the edge of the visibility issues, according to Navigraph. So hopefully it continues clearing up as we get further away. Three miles.
I'm over a big highway.
Highway?
Yep.
Oh yeah, there is a highway right through there. Doesn't really say on Valanta what that is. Let's see it right below me though. Some signs of civilization. Just driving through here would be spectacular.
Oh, amazing. Yep.
I see a sign on the highway. It says E6.
He's what?
What?
On the map, it says E6.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I was
Where
like,
are you flying?
I was like, where are you flying at?
His glasses are really good.
Yeah, it's like he didn't just put his glasses on; he put his spectacles on for that one. Magnifying glasses, telescope.
All kinds of crazy places. I have no idea how to pronounce these. I see Dunderland. That's one I can say.
Yeah. I mean, some of these places for us, it's just they just throw a bunch of letters on the ground and pick them at random.
Oh yeah.
Confidence.
Hey, you know what? I mean, you'd be the Scrabble champion. No one would ever know. Like, it's a place in Norway. You've never seen Gudjika. I mean, come on, man. We're flying directly towards a place that looks like Moirana. 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 And then just south of that, there's this Art Bajelet. Oh, it's someone's probably watching the stream right now, just shaking their head at us. These morons.
At least one.
Yeah, we don't get out of the United States much.
Anybody on the stream from Norway or Sweden? I guess Mo i Rana is where we're actually doing our touch and go. If I'm even pronouncing that right. Rosval. We got 21 miles. Let's see here. See if we can identify the river at Mo i Rana here, or Rosval, however you pronounce it. It's basically right there. That's the river we're going to be aiming for. It's always interesting to me that even though we were all zooming around in different directions, that we've all regrouped again in the air here. Excuse me. I believe that river off to my left right now. We could actually follow that to where we're going.
I agree.
It's calling my name.
You guys want to go down there?
On my way.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm going to dive down there while I can still see it. I'm going to take it out of 850 mode just so I don't blow something up flying on the deck. Pull some power back on this descent though. Sink rate. Sink rate.
I'm just over Dunderland.
Dunderland.
This is our river. We just follow this. It should take us right in there.
Yep. Girl's not too happy with me right now.
Yep. He just flew in front of me.
Oh, I did? Oh, I never even saw you.
I'm above you. I got a traffic warning, and you
Oh.
flew right by me. Now I'm right behind you.
Oh, look at that to the right. What in the world? That's crazy looking.
Wow.
It's a big mine or something out through here. That's cool. Good choice on the location tonight, Ron.
Yep. You could thank Microsoft.
Well, I'll send Bill Gates an email tonight when we're done with the stream.
Okay.
Few houses down here. I wonder what it'd be like to live in something like this far out.
Cold and lonely.
You know what though? It's nice and quiet.
And quiet, true.
Until some knuckleheads come through like us.
We are coming up on the city here, so we'll be doing our touch and go. We're going to be doing a right pattern into, I believe it was runway 12?
I think you said left pattern into 13.
13?
Yeah, 13.
There's the airport,
13
I
or
think.
31.
Yep, that's the airport, I believe. Let's hug this corner here. Start slowing up.
See a touchdown elevation of 227.
Ooh, that is really short. So I'm gonna hug this ridge line here and try to slow it up and dive into it. And there's our approach flaps. Get to the other side of this ridge and dive down into that valley right there. I gotta remember, Mike, I don't know if you have the mod 2 right now, but the pay attention to your beta mode.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and drop our gear here.
Same way you are, I think.
I'm just gonna get down to that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our landing flaps. I'm gonna need them here. We want to keep it out of that beta mode. We got the mod that'll allow this thing to pretty much just stop.
That looks short and narrow.
Yeah. Go and turn our yaw dampener off. Give us as much flexibility as we can get. Trying to get this thing trimmed out. Alright, gears down, 3 green, and the flaps are in landing configuration. Let's get this girl slowed up here. Oh, we could totally make it in and out of there if we needed to.
Are you doing a full stop or touch and go?
Touch and go.
Okay.
I'm just saying if we were to do a full stop, we could get in and out of here, I'm sure.
I'll let you know.
Oh, I bounced. We'll get her second touch there, get some power back in, keep that nose off the ground, and we're back in the air. Let's go take off flaps. And let's get out of here. Gear up. And we'll do a right turn to get back on the nav track. A little rusty on my landings. Let's go flaps up. Nice, easy right turn. Let's go on back up to 8,000 feet. Back on the autopilot. Pull that torque back till we see it drop. There we go. 850 mode. Excuse me. And give her some power. And we'll go ahead and turn off our de-icing because I think we are clear of all that now. 175 on the landing rate. And it's like all of a sudden when there's civilization.
I got 325 feet per minute at 82 knots.
Excuse me.
Crap.
You know what? I'm getting a little window icing here, so let's go ahead and get that windshield de-icing and prop. $1,000 foot alarm for 8,000. Excuse me. And we should probably go ahead and check our altimeter here. 983. It was even lower. Wow. 2904 on inches of mercury. That is really low. I got two of you guys off to my right and going further away. Do I have the right waypoint in? Should be the...
Right underneath you. I saw those guys going off in kind of an odd direction. I was about to ask what
Okay.
I'm having autopilot issues, so don't mind me.
Oh, okay. I just saw that and I was just making sure we're all doing the same thing.
In my flight plan, I think I have a arrival procedure in there going to a waypoint RARLE.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the RMP approach, so RNAV to runway 2 Zulu, RNAV 2 Zulu, with the I think it was the fake transition. Yep, load approach, and that kept me on pretty much what I was already on. So
Actually, runway 20 has an ILS.
well, what's the weather there? It may have changed by the time. VFR, which is great, variable at 10, so we can do either one. So we could do an ILS on runway 2 if you wanted to. Procedure, let's see, charts, approach, runway 2. Wait. Not seeing an ILS. Yeah, what is it?
Runway 20.
What is a GLS?
It's an offset. It's not right on the runway.
I've never seen a GLS before. I've got the RNAV for runway 20 already programmed. I'm gonna keep it with that.
Okay.
You can do what.
I'm sorry, you said Zulu? No, you said runway 2 with the Afaki train, the fake transition.
20.
20, yeah.
I don't see a fake for that.
I'm sorry,
See
2,
that
2, 2, yes, 2.
Sorry, argumentative.
NyQuil brain, man. NyQuil brain.
Even this runway is only 3,200 feet long.
That's no problem. I landed twice on that last runway and it was shorter. Alright, so RNAV for 2. RNAV Zulu approach with a fake or a fakey transition.
So we're going to basically overfly the airport out to a fake and then turn left base out there.
Pretty much. Yeah, my current nav track has me going pretty much directly over the airport.
Hey, are you looking at Navigraph?
I can.
This is interesting. I don't know that I've seen this before. In between the airport and a fake, there is a white arc that's labeled radio failure. Not on the chart. The chart may be hiding it. You open the chart one, they might be hiding it.
Oh. You get the VFR layer on? Oh, radio failure. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, they've got a bunch of interesting procedures. So, like, I guess that would be your approach into the airport if you don't have radio. So the ATC would know that you're going in without a radio, I guess. There's a bunch of different types of procedures in this part of the world compared to what we're used to. Excuse me. Getting tired of coughing. Coughing for 3 days straight. So 32 miles. Zulu 2. Our nav track currently has us flying right over the airport, going out to a fake left turn, and we're expecting 4,600 at a fake. So once we get to the airport, we can start our descent. Maybe a little before. Oh, look out in front of us now with the coastline and everything. That's pretty. Thinking once I get past this next hill right here, I can probably go ahead and descend to 4,600. You just don't have terrain like this in the United States. Right on the coastline.
Yeah, not that close. Yeah, all of our mountains are more inland.
Yep. Alright, CDI, we're going to leave in GPS for this entire approach since it is an RNAV approach. think I can go ahead and descend to 4,600. Probably about 800 feet per minute or so. A little touch of power. Excuse me. Cough drop. Ricola. This is outstanding. Is that a bridge? Looks like it's like submerged in the water, but I can't tell if that's a roadway or just a glitch.
Going with glitch.
What's that?
I'm going with glitch. It looks too perfect.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to really be a road around it either.
And I don't have that. I'm like right behind it.
Oh, you don't have that? Okay. It's definitely a glitch then.
All four of those Ks you have.
What's that?
It says because you have all those 4 Ks. I don't have
Oh,
that many.
yeah. You got 4 of them. You got like 1.5.
Speaking of which, I gotta check my graphics settings because that update that popped in right before we loaded in, my into cockpit view is very fuzzy tonight. It's not normal.
Want to reset your DLSS or something?
That's what I'm wondering.
So we just flew over the airport. Here it is. Let's hop out here and grab some pictures real quick. Whoa, look at that. Snag some of these while we got a chance. Looks really good. Always enjoy these top downs. It's interesting how it's kind of greened up a bit. I'm not dying, you're dying. We'll survive.
Is that a movie reference?
No.
I'm not dying. You're dying.
Look at the waves around these little islands down here. It's like coming into the island on all the directions. Looks kind of funny. Yeah, getting the 152 out here on some of these little Splotches of land would be kind of fun.
All that green down there doesn't look too friendly to the little landing gear on a plane like that.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start slowing up. Let's go ahead and get out of A50 mode because I haven't changed that yet. And let's get our inertial separator on. And start our descent down to 3,000. Master cautions for the inertial separator. There's our destination. And if we were to take a look at the chart here, perfect. 2,000 feet at ST418, and that is our glide slope. So we'll get our approach mode shortly before ST418. It's right there. Carry on down to 2,000 feet. Slope a touch more. Landing lights are, exit lights are good. Oh, this is interesting. It's not a straight in RNAV. Armor approach mode. It's got me at like a 20-degree angle or something. Now it's correcting. Interesting. Let's get our approach flaps in. Approach flaps. Glide slips captured. Landing gear. Let's do a bit of manual correction here in a moment. It's an odd, very odd approach angle.
Yeah.
It's following the chart.
This looks like, again, one of those ones like going into, is it Telluride, where if you got to disengage autopilot before it's too late, it'll start taking you away on the missed approach.
Yeah, Aspen will.
Aspen, that's the one.
Yeah.
This chart looks similar to me.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn autopilot off and we'll correct for the runway here. Looking for about 100 knots on the approach speed. About a hefty crosswind at the moment. Gear down through green. Looks like somebody was landing.
That's me. More like bouncing.
Yeah, we're a little high on the glide slopes. Get back down. 500. Some of that trim. Oh, the glare is right on my airspeed indicator. That's wonderful.
These waves are crazy.
95
We passed them
knots.
already.
Minimums, continue. Ooh, it's sketchy. Alright, let's pull that power. Well, this runway is really bumpy. Trying to land on that shelf right there. Ooh, that was nice. Let's go reversers. Perfect. And flaps up. Butter, waffle, and pancakes, as Diesel would put it. Mike's coming in right behind me.
I think actually who's touching down right now is Archetype, and then I'm behind him.
Oh, okay. And we'll go to the end of the runway we touched down on it for our picture. We'll just stay clear of the runway for you, Mike. Alright, so I got a 63 foot per minute on that one. There's Mike coming in. Ooh, easy there. Woohoo!
Oh, overshot it.
Oh no! Stomp that left foot. There you go. Nice. Alright, we're gonna roll back down and we'll do our group photo where we landed at.
I almost recovered that. Just overcorrected too much.
Were you at least able to log 3 landings?
Where are we going? Back to the other end?
Where you were.
Oh, okay.
I figure we'll get the sun and the water in the photo.
You want to face the water or face the other way?
Face the way we landed.
Okay. This wind is.
Yeah, it's pushed me all over the place. Ooh. My HSI is going crazy. Oh, that's gonna be a cool photo. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was having a stroke for sure. That's pretty. Whoever's on my left there,
Nice.
scoot up just a touch if you can. Here, I can adjust. There you go. Perfect. Fly, how are you doing tonight? Other than the HSI stroking out on us. That's some good photos right there. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back. Hi guys, appreciate y'all joining tonight. It was a lot of fun. It was nice being back on stream again after being down for the count on Sunday. Sadly, you're not flying. Unfortunately. You have to join us next time. We'll be back again on Sunday, as usual. Hopefully. Hopefully I don't get sick again, or sicker than I already am. And probably be doing a commercial flight. If I were to guess, it'd probably be in the 737. Unless Phoenix decides to push that Block 2 out for us sometime in the near future. If they do push that, we'll definitely be back in that. I did order the mini FCU, so that would be pretty fun. We can do a similar setup with the mini FCU and the webcam there, having all the buttons and everything for that, like we did with the 737. That, guys, glad you all joined tonight. I hope you enjoyed the flight as much as I did, and I will catch you on Sunday. See ya.